Okay,
Because
now
they do.
now for the big discussion. Okay, this and we've been leading up to this. Now, as you know, over the weeks I've been making fun of what I call the GQ BLTs. Okay, they're overly pretentious. They're full of fat heads, and they're no good for you. Okay, even though they appear to have some reasonable substance to them. Okay, let's get something straight. Okay, I have nothing against the GLBTQs. Okay, if you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, or questioning, is what the Q stands for. Okay, fine. Just don't hit on me. Don't hit on my wife. I'll be fine. Okay, you can hit on him all you want. I don't care. But there's a problem that Hollywood has been suffering. You've had guys like Ethan Van Sciver over at Comic Pro Secrets, guys like the ones over at the Midnight Edge channel, a couple of others who are bringing up the woke movement in superhero movies. These are the guys who despised Captain Marvel. Okay, and we despised Captain Marvel, not for being preachy so much, although that was stupid. It was a lousy story. Okay?
Yeah.
It was a lousy story.
It was horrible.
With a lousy plot, lousy dialogue, lousy character development, and the film
Lousy
director was
acting, let's
freaking
just
lazy. Okay, you're going to sit there and you're going to scream girl power for 2 solid hours. Guess what? People are going to get tired of it. That's been the problem with a lot of these woke movies. Terminator Dark Fate is about to come out. The director, we pointed out last week, the director got famous for saying that anyone who doesn't like the new female lead in this Terminator film, is a misogynist. And they don't like her because she'll scare the F out of them. That's marketing, okay? These guys, listen, it came to light that quote started in a Variety article online. Okay, Variety is a trade magazine that mainly circulates in Southern California and New York, and it's designed for Hollywood insiders. Okay, and it covers entertainment industry news. Okay, the story going around now is that quote was designed not for general release, but for entertainment industry insiders to trigger them, to let them know, hey, this is a woke movie, we need your support. It was to get, they're saying, paid placement in Variety magazine for that interview. Fast forward a week to San Diego Comic-Con, and who is the magazine doing the most coverage of the Terminator panel? It's Variety magazine. The fix is in at Variety. How much, here's the first question on this, how much of the woke movement and the GQ BLTs can be signed up to lazy marketing, and how much of it can be set up to woke people who actually who actually believe what they're saying about the GQ BLTs and woman power and all this other stuff? Yeah. Here we go, buddy. You want to get political, there's a big old softball right there. What do you think?
Alright, so I'm not going to lie. This whole thing pisses me off. Okay? Now, first of all, before I start any type of conversation, because usually when somebody speaks their mind, it's no matter what, they're either racist, sexist, whatever.
Racist, sexist, bigot, homophobe.
Yeah.
And xenophobe.
So I'm just going to say this. Look, I got some gay friends. I got one friend that I know specifically had a life-changing experience. I'm not going to say what. But, I'm okay with all that. If that's what you want, that's fine. I'm not against it. I don't hate you. I don't look down on you or nothing like that. That's fine. But the fact is that we're being slapped in the face constantly with all this crap. Okay? Every TV show that I had loved to watch now has a gay character, a trans character or a strong female that wants everybody to know, hey, I'm a female, but I can do everything. I don't give a crap. But stop slapping me with it, okay? And you guys act like that this is new. You guys act like that this is a new trend that is happening when it's been there for years. Literally, basically, if you really want to think about it, it's been there since the 60s. Because everybody was free back then. True. Gay, cross-dressing, all that stuff that came out in the 60s. Everybody was free. Okay? It's nothing new. Women who wants to be strong, that's fine. Put a strong female lead in there. But she doesn't also have to be a lesbian either. Put a strong female lead in there, but don't sit there and say, oh, I can do this because I'm a female. There has been, in history of the entertainment business, there has been a bunch of strong females. Sigourney Weaver from all the Alien movies, strong female. Wonder Woman, strong female. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, strong female. Hell, Kim Possible, strong female.
Samus from the video games.
Yes. And you know what makes them so different is that they didn't say, hey, I'm a female. I can do this too. It was just, hey, I'm here. And they did it. But now it's like we have to be pointed out that they are female. Just like, being gay. Look, there's gay people out there. But why do you have to slap us in the face about, oh, this is also a gay character and they can also be important in the storyline as well? They can, but we don't have to know about it. That's almost as stupid as watching a movie where you have a white dad with black kids. It's like you have to explain to them, oh, those kids are adopted. You don't have to explain to them. If a person can't literally figure it out, then they're morons. So why do you have to have it in the storyline saying, oh, these are my kids, but they're adopted, which is why they're a different color than me? You shouldn't have to explain that. They should already either figure it out or not even give a crap about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, wrap it.
I'm just saying, stop throwing this crap in our faces, okay? We know it's there. It is possible that all this stuff can happen. It's okay to be a strong person. Just stop throwing it in everybody's faces. I don't care if you're a strong female. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you are trans. I don't give a crap. Just do it and stop saying, hey, this is the first time ever that this has ever happened, because it isn't.
All right, Tiger, back to your corner. Back to your corner there. All right. All right, so that's his point of view on this. I'm going to give my point of view, okay? There's a concept. There's this thing called tropes, okay? A trope. If you look up tvtropes.org, T-R-O-P-E, tvtropes.org will explain what a trope is, okay? Essentially, a trope is a story-using device that's been used over and over to the point where it's become a recognizable pattern, okay? In a whodunit, somebody gets killed or something happens, a detective shows up, has to go through the motions of identifying the suspects, identifying motives, all that other stuff. All of these are tropes. They're tropes related to the whodunit mystery, which is itself a trope. It's a genre of mysteries. So, there's a trope called the Mary Sue. The Mary Sue is an invincible, strong female character who lets you know that she is strong and she is female. And she is perfect in every way. She can do no wrong. If you want to know the best example of a Mary Sue that I have seen come out in pop culture over the last 5-10 years or so, it was the Captain Marvel movie. Captain Marvel is very much the Mary Sue. Can't act worth a lick. Shows no emotion. Emotion level right around the new Lion King movie. Those of you who saw our last video at Geekin Out 20 know I'm not a big fan of the new Lion King movie because they couldn't vote for crap. Okay, the Mary Sue can do no wrong. She can overcome any challenge. She never breaks a sweat. Never has any trouble at all accomplishing what she needs because she is just so awesome. Isn't she awesome? Look how awesome she is. So awesome. The problem is not with the GQBLTs. The problem is with, one, the Mary Sues out there. There are a bunch of them, and you're about to see a lot more. The androgynous chick from the new Terminator movie. You're going to see him show up in Captain Marvel 2. You're going to see him show up. You see him everywhere. Wherever women show up and say, look, I'm a strong, independent woman. Here I am being strong, independent, and a woman. That's a Mary Sue. It's been done to death. Now, for those of you in the GQBLT community, I'm not letting you off. You guys have your own particular problem. You have what's called the Gary Sue. The Gary Sue is a gay man who is strong, independent, male, and gay, and will tell you every single chance he gets. Okay? He's going to go around. He's never going to fail. He'll never be challenged. No one will be able to talk him out of his beliefs. His beliefs are absolute. His beliefs are pure. And he's going to have sunshine on him at all times because he is strong, he is independent, and he is a gay man. Okay? Just like the Mary Sue, strong, independent, and female, strong, independent, and gay male. Only if he's white. Only white people are allowed to be gay. No. Look through pop culture, okay? You will on occasion see a gay black male character. You'll see all kinds of black lesbians, okay? You'll see all kinds of Latina lesbians. Good luck finding a Latino gay male, okay? Good luck finding them in any other minority. Occasionally you'll see a gay black male. Almost all gay males are white, okay? Where's your sexism at, Gary Sue? Where's it at, Mr. Woke Director, Ms. Woke, no, I'll take it back, Mr. Woke Producer, because you're almost always male. Okay? Kathleen Kennedy, one of the rare exceptions over at Star Wars. You want to talk about Mary Sues? There are Mary Sues by the dozen in Star Wars now, especially in this last film they had, and wait till the new one comes out.
The thing is that I'm all right with all that. It's just, they stop acting like that this is a new trend and that you're the only one doing it, because it's been done millions of times. The only reason why it's a new thing now and everybody has to do it is because people are afraid to offend everybody else. And you need to stop that, okay? There's always going to be whiny buttheads, which you probably think I'm doing it right now, but you're going to find a lot of them that is literally going to be like, oh, well, why don't you put more Asian people in there? Or, which they actually said that in one of the last Star Wars movie that came out. There was an audience member that says, when are you going to put more Asian people in your... It's like, what? Stop that. Stop it.
You think Disney doesn't know that? You think Disney doesn't know how much they get out of China? Not as much as they would like, because China is corrupt all the way to its evil little core. Yes.
And the thing is that, like, it's like the last Ghostbusters movie. It was I hated that movie, but it wasn't because that it was all female. It was the fact that the story was horrible, and the ghost looked like it was from the Scooby-Doo live-action movie instead of the Ghostbusters. It's like there was no thought process put into the ghost at all, or the story. That's why I hated that movie. It wasn't because of the girls. It was because the movie sucked. And it's like it's like you just need to stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Okay. Yes. That's all right, Ben. Get it out. Okay, so aside from the Mary Sues and the Gary Sues, okay. Now remember, these are tropes that have been around for a long, long time. Remember, if I ever get around to doing the Spike Speaks show, the first rule will be there is nothing new under the sun. Okay? There's nothing. This is not new. This is not new. We've been down this road before. We went down this road We went down this road back in the 60s with black cinema. We went down this road with the 70s with Asian cinema. We went down this road in the 80s with Latino cinema. Okay? We've been down this road before. And everybody's like, ooh, aren't we special because our lead character is black? Is your lead character Sidney Poitier? No.
Yeah.
Can he act? No. But he's still special because he's black. Okay. The novelty wears thin very, very fast. And it's very easy to go from groundbreaking to Mary Sue. Or Gary Sue, for that matter. Okay? Now, that's my first point. Second point. If you want... Now, I talk about, like I said, GQBLTs because I don't think they should be taken seriously. Okay? I don't think they actually know what they're doing. Now, if you want a piece of actual GLBTQ, and I have to be careful going through the acronyms because I have to keep remembering, to see it done right, you have to go to, of all places, Cartoon Network. Not in the Adult Swim block either. Look at the Steven Universe series. Okay,
yes. Great cartoon.
Start with episode 1. Work your way all the way to the end of episode 5. Okay, or the end of season 5. Okay, right up to the end. We'll give you a quick spoiler here if you have never watched this show. Steven and his dad are about the only 2 male characters in the entire series.
Yes.
The 2 major ones, okay? All the others are female. All of them.
Okay. Different
but,
colors.
Hey, if you were not looking to find these characters in a sexual relationship, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, because they don't throw it in your face.
They don't. It happens. It exists. It's a part of who they are. It does not define their actions. Yes, who they are is important to them. Let me go ahead and spoil another one here. Garnet is a fusion of 2 characters, 2 female characters. If you did not know if you did not know, like he didn't know, there's one called Ruby, one called Sapphire. Sapphire wears a dress. She has long white hair, and she's basically red, I think. Yeah. Or no, she's blue. And there's another one called Ruby, which looks male, but it's actually a butch female. She's mostly red, and when the 2 come together, they form a purple creature named Garnet. Their fusion is a symbol of their love for each other, and they spend more time together as Garnet because that's the way they want to live. They never rub your nose in it. Okay. Now there's an episode toward the end where the 2 have a marriage. Okay. They just make a commitment to each other and they merge permanently to be together. But aside from that, they have never, even with the gay marriage episode, it's not about the fact that they're both female. It's about that the 2 actually love and care about each other.
Yeah.
Which is an awesome idea to teach to kids. We want to teach kids that love is important, and it's love is one of those things that we need to focus more on. Okay.
Exactly.
You want to sit here. You want to compare Steven Universe, any episode of Steven Universe. Okay. I tell you what. Take the last 3 episodes of Steven Universe. Put it up against any 2-hour movie that has come out under the woke banner, like Captain Marvel or Terminator or Ghostbusters 2016 or any of these others, and tell me which one's better. Okay? Or even better yet, go back to the first 4 episodes of the series, watch them together, and compare that to any of these other series, to any of these other movies. It's night and day. I will take Steven Universe. I will take a 2-hour Steven Universe movie anytime I can get it over a 13-episode Batwoman season, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't get into the Batwoman thing. By the way, the news is Burt Ward's going to be in her Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover.
But if you guys really want to know what we're trying to say when we're being slapped in the face, watching the trailer of Batwoman is a really good example because all they did was slap you in the face with, I am female, I am lesbian, hear me roar, type of thing. That's what they did. That's why I stopped watching Supergirl, because it's a female thing. You got a transgender, you got a cross-dresser, you got a lesbian couple, a woman that says she's better than Superman, and all that stuff. And it's like,
and the worst part, as a wannabe storyteller, as a guy who develops stories in his head, never put them down. Okay, for me as a fan, as a person who knows what storytelling is about, you're being really frickin' lazy, guys. Okay,
yeah.
you're being it's lazy storytelling. Okay, it's lazy, it's inefficient, it's incompetence. Really, you don't deserve to be there telling this story, because it's not a story. It's a group of it's a political manifesto is what it is. And what's worse, when you have one gay person on the show, that's your token gay. Okay? Even if you have two gay people on your show, they're always together, that's your token gay couple. Tokens. Token black person is just as offensive as no black person. Okay? Don't put them in there because they're black. Look at Psych with
Psych.
Okay, Psych, awesome, because Gus is not the token black character. He's black, yeah. And yes, they do discuss the fact that he is black. Still love the name Quarter Black, for God's sake. Oh, I wish I had a band so I could name myself Quarter Black. But being black was not the defining character, the defining feature of the character. It was his relationship with his best friend, and how they used that relationship to survive the crimes that they solved. So,
and that was just great, because, again, it's great storytelling when you're not slapping people in the face with it, because people, it's like, okay, we know it's there, kind of like the political views of racism and stuff, like X-Men. You know that's what that's all about, but they don't actually They keep the story thoughtful, to where it's not slapping you in the face with, hey, this is all about race. Or again, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Strong woman, kicked butt, but she didn't go around saying, hey, I'm female. And also, you had 2 lesbian characters in there that you didn't care that they were lesbian at all. They didn't slap you in the face with it. Willow, and I can't remember what the other her girlfriend's name is, but they didn't slap you in the face with it. It was there. I think it was also the very first girl-on-girl kiss on camera, I believe. Well, I'm just saying, it's like it's there, but they didn't slap you in the face with it. It's like nowadays, it's like people want to whine about how this culture is not getting enough, or this culture is not getting enough. And the thing is that it's always been there. That there's Black Panther came out, and they was discussing about how it is the first big all black superhero movie. People keep forgetting about Blade, another comic book movie that had a pretty much all black cast except for Chris Christopherson or whatever his name was. There's just, it's like people keep forgetting that it's been there, it's been done, but I don't know.
First off, wasn't that Christopher Walken?
In Blade?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Chris Christopherson.
Does it, Christopher? Because I never saw the movie.
Really?
Not a big fan of the vampire genre. Sparkly or not. Anyway. Okay, we're now 40 minutes into this. It's time to wrap. So, bottom line, don't be a Mary Sue. Don't be a Gary Sue. Tell good stories. Stop cowering and hiding behind your politics. Get up off your lazy butt. Tell your story.
Yeah, just tell a story.
Most of you guys don't have a story to tell. Why are you getting up and doing this? Why are you subjecting the rest of us to it? Because guess what? You can sit here, you can tell the story over and 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 over, and they have for decades.
I was getting into it.
And over and over and over. They've done it for decades. Guess what? The people to whom this representation counts, the ones who are screaming the loudest about there's not enough representation of this group, that, the other group,
Are sitting on their asses not doing nothing.
and they're not fans. They're not going to be watching your show. They're not going to be paying for your movie. They're not going to be paying for the popcorn to watch the movie. They are not going to be there for you. They may show up the first week there's a female Doctor Who, but by the last episode of the season, you got the Doctor Who fans left, and they either like her or they don't.
Just like Captain Marvel. I went to see that movie because, one, yeah, it was not really the first female lead superhero, even though Black Widow's not a superhero, but she is part of the system and she's been there. So this Captain Marvel's not any different. But I went and saw this because she was supposed to give Thanos a run for his money, and all it was about her, and no story at all, to the point that when it came to Endgame, she came along and I was like, oh gosh, get her off the screen.
And that's why she didn't stick around too long in Endgame.
Thank
either.
God.
So, again, that's the Mary Sue syndrome. There's a lot of people go through that. Mary Sue, Gary Sue, and Marty Stu is the male equivalent of the Mary Sue. That really is the sexist, misogynist version of the Mary Sue is the Marty Stu. Yeah, that's real. So anyway, the He-Man. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Okay, we really need to wrap this up.
Yeah,
because we hit
thoughts.
45 minutes. YouTube's going to
Last thoughts is
Go ahead and wrap
basically, one, if we offended anybody out there, I will just say this with the kindness as I can: get over it, because that's the reason why we are talking about this, is because people love to gripe about what offends them, and then it's out there. So we're talking. It's about time that we talk about what offends us, being slapped in the face with what's already been there the entire time.
Okay.
So I'm Chris.
Do I not get to make a final statement?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, you said wrap it up.
And on. Okay. Unfortunately for him, I can't remember this point I was going to make. Bottom line is, if you're offended because your particular group has not been represented, understand there's far more legions of people who are offended that they wasted money not being given a good story. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, in the world of YouTube and Facebook, social media, and all this other stuff, your audience is more sophisticated than ever before. Yeah, we only got 34 subscribers to this podcast right now, but those 34 subscribers now know what a Mary Sue is, and they're going to recognize it when you try to use it, pal.
Yeah.
So let's compare the numbers on Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel 2 in a couple of years. When that one comes out, let's see what happens to the Mary Sue fans between 1 and 2. So,
Let's still be there.
on behalf of all of us here at Geekin Out, and by the way, apologies for not having the normal beginnings and endings on this stuff. We're just going to go ahead and throw this out because we're either going to get kicked off YouTube for this or not, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time editing if we're going to get